Good morning, everybody. Beautiful morning here in Wazuka. Not a soul around here. There's nobody around, so perfect day to enjoy this area and walk around. There's a really nice cafe to my left, which I'm going to go to, and you can look at this beautiful view here too, so looking forward to that. If anybody is on Twitter, I cannot read your comments on Twitter. Please come into YouTube. Please come into YouTube and I can read your comments there. Dave in Osaka on YouTube. But if you want to stay on Twitter, that's fine, you can. Good morning, Pakistan. How are you? How are you? Thanks, Jalal. Thanks for coming in. What a beautiful view, eh? Isn't it? Jalal, can you see it? I hope the audio is clear. I hope the sound is okay too. We're going to go for a walk around here. I'm going to talk a little bit about green tea. So this is Wazuka, very, very small town on the southeast of Kyoto. Hey Deborah, how are you? Thanks for coming in. I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you do enjoy this beautiful view. Wazuka's really small place. There's only 3,500 people here. But it's famous for green tea. It's famous for Uji green tea. Uji tea is probably considered some of the best green tea in the world. 50% of it is produced right here in Wazuka. So only 3,500 people, but most of the tea is produced here. Or half of it, I should say. So we can't go inside this area. Some of the other areas you can go into and walk around through the bushes. It's quite scenic. But you can see here, they don't want you to enter in this property here. Hey Larry, how's it going? Hello, Flaming Rickshaw, how are you? Thanks for coming in. So we can only go up to here. But I got some beautiful shots. Look at that. That's just amazing. So this is like a valley. It's a huge valley covered in green tea, like as far as you can see. If I zoom in, excuse me for a second and just let me zoom in. You can see even on that distant hill up there, there's tea bushes up there. And everywhere around me, all the way around me, I'm surrounded by green tea. So yeah, we can't walk here. Why did you go so well here? It's a valley. Yeah, it's a valley, right. So also there's kind of peaks like this within the valley, little peaks. There's a river running through it. So it's quite misty. Mist is very important in the growth of tea and how it develops. So yeah, so that's why they've been growing tea here for 800 years. 800 years, which is, yeah, I think it was the 12th century, Kamakura period, is when they started really growing tea. Tea was drunk in Japan. I think the first recorded time, please show us, I will, okay. The first time that there was a record of tea being drunk in Japan was in the year 840. There was a monk named Kukai, and he came back from China. Here, I'll show you the leaves. There's a tea leaf right there. So they're trimmed so perfectly. Look how perfectly they're trimmed. So yeah, it was 840. Kukai returned from China, and he had he was with the emperor, and as he was explaining to the emperor his experiences and I guess some of the objects or things that he brought back, the emperor was drinking tea. I don't know if that meant that Kukai brought the tea back, but the emperor was drinking tea as he was explaining his trip. So that was the first recorded time that tea was drank in Japan. But I think it was Eisai, another monk much later, I believe it was the 12th century, he brought seeds back and he encouraged the growth of tea. Growing tea and also drinking tea for its medicinal value. So let me take you up here. Yes, right. So that was one of the things. He supposedly healed one of the emperors. Or maybe it was a shogun who was ill. I think he was actually hungover, and he gave green tea to him and got rid of his hangover, and I think he fell in favor with him. So yes, it's beautiful here. Pretty hot today, very hot. It is approximately 10 a.m. 10 a.m. here. So you can see the little fans. I don't know if you can see those. Let me see, is there one near me here? No, there's not. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in again. Please excuse me for zooming in. No, I can't go up there. No, I can't. I don't know if you can see those little fans there, but those fans are there to prevent frost. I would assume that that's not the case now in this season, but in the colder months, they use the fan to obviously to circulate the air, and especially in the winter to get rid of the frost. Looks like they've cut some of the tea up there. Usually, yeah, frost, yeah. I think they shear them so much because the new leaves are tastier and more caffeine. Yes, so let me talk about that, Larry. Shincha is new tea, and in beginning of May is when you get the best tea, because they've been lying dormant throughout the winter. I'll make a memory. Right, yeah, exactly. It lies dormant throughout the winter, and through that time, it's accumulating the different chemicals. So there's increases the caffeine, the higher levels. Sorry, the theanine. The theanine is where it gets all the flavor, and after it's dormant, and it comes out of its dormancy in the spring, it's when it's most flavorful, most prized. So, and yeah, it's the theanine in the tea that makes it the most flavorful. All right, let me walk a bit. I'm not walking too much. I should be walking. So yeah, so we can't walk through here, but there's other places around Wazuka where you can go through and walk in the tea. It's another mountain in the back here called Harayama. Harayama, yes. Harayama is another area that grows tea. That was actually the first place in Wazuka that grew tea. And in there, you can walk through and get a closer look at the tea bushes if you want it. So, all right, there's some up here. There's some up here too. You can see. And they have that black tarp. So what they do is the last 20 or 30 days, they cover it, they shade it. And that also causes a chemical reaction. It increases the caffeine, increases the theanine, higher levels of chlorophyll, and it makes it more flavorful. It changes the tea. So, all right, let's walk around a bit more. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to show you the countryside. Hey, Myrna, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. The beautiful hills of Wazuka. I'll give you a shot behind me here. Hey, Marge. Thanks for coming in. Yes, they do. So there's depends what the tea what tea they're making. So sencha, good. The plan of the stream. I'm just a casual stream here for the tea, showing you this tea hills. I believe all kinds of tea are dried. The sencha tea is where they roll it by hand. Oh, really? Okay. So when you buy sencha, you see it's kind of in needles. The reason why it's in needles is because they roll it by hand. But that is, like you said, Larry, it's steamed and then it's rolled and then it's dried. But it's the matcha tea, the powdered tea, it's a little bit different. They steam that too, and then they dry it, and that's it. They don't hand roll it. That's the powdered tea. So they grind that. They grind that one. So that one step of rolling it is a bit different. So, all right, we're gonna go up here. It's a very, very hilly area. Some beautiful azaleas here. I might as well show you. Those are pretty. Very difficult area to navigate, walk around. Better to have a car here. I took a taxi. I know the Japanese have lots of rules about tea grades. Yes, right. So that's another thing too, is in the harvest season in a year, there's 3 harvest times. Ichiban cha means number 1 tea, basically. Niban cha, and then Sanban cha. Yeah, skateboard heaven. But I think the best tea, like I said, is the first harvest, and in May, the shincha. That's when you get the most flavor, because they're dormant over the winter. No, it's not. No, it's this is countryside, and there's no public transportation here. There is a bus, but very infrequent. And you probably, if you don't have a car, you got to take a taxi. So. This tree, this bunch of bushes here is just trimmed perfectly. Let me show you that. That looks beautiful there. So perfect. I love that. Okay, let me zoom out again. Yeah, pretty nice day. A little bit hazy. Looks a little bit hazy. No, I don't think so. No. If it did snow, it would kill everything. So, definitely not an ideal place to grow tea if it snows. So, it is precision pruning, right? Yeah. This little strip here is quite pretty. I'm gonna take you up here. Very hot today, yeah. Starting to get to me. But I'll be okay. That's a pretty hill here. Oh, there's another cafe this way. All right. I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna go to this cafe today. Yeah, so there's a few plantations here where you can walk through and enjoy it. This one you kind of only have to walk through the roads. But yeah, Harayama, like I said, is you can actually walk through the farm and go up, but it's a really sloped, really high, steep angle. It's hard to walk through. So you can see these bushes here on the left. They have the tarp on it. I guess they're going to cut them in the next 20-30 days. They cover that with the tarp for the 20-30 days before they they harvest it. So what else can I tell you about this area? Tea, the different kinds of tea. So matcha tea, the powdered tea was made for was usually the high class people, the emperor or the court, the imperial court. They would drink the matcha, the high grade tea. But it was only much later, I think it was the 17th century, where they made sencha. So the green tea that we usually drink, the normal tea that you brew in bags, is sencha, and that was made for more the common people, so they could enjoy green tea also. I mean, this whole town. I don't know about the whole town. I really don't know, but a large part of it. I know that there's the other things they produce are mushrooms, matsutake mushrooms, and tomatoes. Those are the other products that they have. But I would say, I mean, you drive through these hills and all you can see is green tea. Especially Harayama, the one in the farthest point of the town. Yeah, it's just, you can see forever. Like, you look down that valley. I've done it with a drone before, and it's amazing seeing the whole valley just covered with these bushes. That's a nice shot right there. Hey Pete, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. I bet the powdered stuff is strong and flavorful. Do they strain the powder out? Yeah, they do. Yeah, I think the people who prepare it properly, they do strain it. They put it in like because then there's chunks. The powder gets into chunks, and it doesn't blend as properly. So, but when I do it at home, I don't really try that hard. But yeah, if you're doing the tea ceremony, I bet they put it through the strainer. So, man, it's a perfect day. Beautiful day here. Let me zoom out so you can get the whole view. Can you hear the birds? I should probably talk less so you can enjoy the ambiance. Yeah, it's beautiful. That's why they have that special whisk. Yeah, that's to make the matcha, right? Exactly. So this, when tea came from China, this is where it was first grown. Not specifically this area, but in Kansai it was grown. There was another place called Togano, and that is where it was first grown. I believe it's in Kyoto. I think it's southwest of Kyoto, so not far from here. But then they brought seedlings from there here, and they grew the tea here too. And now this has become the more popular area. So yeah, I'm okay. I'm doing all right. Thanks for watching. This is a beautiful view here too. Oh yeah, see here you can see. Okay, I'm going to zoom in a bit so you can see. I can see green tea hills like forever. Even on those distant hills there, I can see green tea. I'm going to show you too. Moment. Okay, good. All right, I'm just going to give you a shot around me here. Get an idea where we are. Hello, purple revelation. Hello. Yeah, so there's more of them covered right there. Okay, I'm going to zoom into those hills so you can see there's just all, yeah, right there. That's all green tea there. And then even on that distant hill there, right there is more. And there's a patch way in the distance too. Oh, what city? Oh, this is Wazuka. Yeah, Wazuka. So as far as the eye can see, green tea, just a beautiful place. I'll give you a shot behind me too. Definitely don't want to climb up here. So this one is shaved. They trimmed it. They took off the leaves. So they use a machine. It looks kind of like a Flowbee. Remember the Flowbee? Remember the Flowbee, the machine that gives you the haircut? You kind of just sweep it across your head and it cuts your hair. That's exactly what it looks like, a giant Flowbee. And there you go, that's what it looks like. After the Flowbee does its job, it chops off all the green tea. So this place has been harvested here. Oh, this is great. Yeah, this is fantastic. Oh, this is a good angle up here. They do a little bit. I don't think they do very much by hand, but they do some of it by hand, but mostly by machine. Mostly by machine, so. Oh, this is great, yeah. This is beautiful. Let me walk up here. There you go. Looks like that's a good view. Those ladies have a good idea there. They're taking a nice picture. I'm gonna join them. They still sell the Flowbee, really? Maybe you can bring it here and try and run off with some green tea. I'm just kidding, don't try that. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's great. It's beautiful. Okay, here looking behind me is a great shot here. I have a friend who still uses it, really. Let's chat about the Flowbee. Oh yeah, this is cool here. This is a good view. It's kind of a circular shaped bushes down there. Uji has activities with traditional tea handpicking. Oh really? Okay. I'm not sure, Larry. I'm not sure what it's designated as, the climate, but that's a nice shot there of that hill. Yeah. Yeah, so harvest season is the beginning of May. And I heard that some places, they only, because their standards are so high, they will only pick the new tea of the year. So in May is the highest quality tea with the most flavor. And the second harvest in June, because it doesn't have that much time to replenish the chemicals that give it the flavor, I guess the theanine in that, it's not as flavorful. So some places that have very high standards, they won't even pick that tea. They will only do it once. I don't know how many do that, but I read that that's what some of them do. So it does make sense to me, I guess, if your standards are quite high. But I also wonder if they just pick the poor quality tea and they send it overseas. The fans are to prevent frost. I guess in the wintertime, yeah. It's used to prevent frost. So, but I imagine too, I also spoke to someone in Kyoto. He was a green tea dealer, And he said to me that Japan keeps the best tea. They send it overseas, Ariel. Yeah, they send it overseas, according to the guy that I spoke to. So, because the people here have a higher standard, they have a higher expectation of quality, they sell it to the domestic market. Does that mean that they have to replant these bushes yearly? No, it just regrows, right? They'll shave it, and then it'll regrow. Right, we saw the shaved bushes here. Yeah, so it'll just regrow. But so yeah, according to him, that's what he said. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but he says because the fans should have hose attached, misting keeps them slightly above freezing. I don't see a hose, but it does look like it is powered. The only thing I see attached to the fans are the electric, the cables, the electricity cables. So. Yeah. Shizuoka too is also famous for green tea up near Mount Fuji. I'd like to know how they irrigate all this land with the bushes so close to each other. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. This is beautiful here though. No, neither have I. They must though, yeah, they must have the underground sprinklers here. What do they put in their tea or just drink? No, they don't put anything. Green tea like this, you don't put anything. Absolutely nothing. Matcha too. Although, I mean, you do see like, I show you like matcha Kit Kat. So they do put matcha in other stuff. And they do have like dessert teas and that. So yeah, there are products that use the matcha, and there are drinks that have matcha flavor in it. But for green tea drinkers, I would say that they keep the tea quite pure. So yeah. All right, I'm not gonna go too much farther because down there is kind of like a dead end. It goes into a tunnel kind of thing, so you can't really see anything. And I think the signal is bad too. So, but anyways, just wanted to show you this area. Beautiful day here. Definitely worth a broadcast. A little bit of an explanation what's going on here. I'm going to do some more broadcasts tomorrow. I'll probably be in Osaka doing a temple tomorrow. And then on Sunday, I'm going to go to a retro vending machine truck stop way out in the countryside. That's going to be cool if you like that kind of thing. So that's on Sunday, local time, probably 10 or 11 a.m. And yeah, so that's it. I got to go, guys. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye for now.